Hey, what's up guys? Matt Antonelli here. Today we're talking about double play turns and protecting ourselves when we're making those turns. Now this is a little bit more prevalent at a little bit higher of a level, usually when we're younger, little league, high school. There's a lot of rules in place to make sure that there's safety, that our middle infielders aren't going to get hurt. Most guys have to slide straight into the bag, and there's usually not too much contact. But we can learn this at a young level and start to practice it so that when we get a little bit older, it'll be second nature to us and we'll be safer. When you get to college, and especially professional ball, they're a little more lenient with the base runners. They let them be a little bit more physical around the bag. In college, you still have to slide into the bag, but there's a little bit more contact. And we're getting bigger and stronger. Guys are getting faster, and there's going to be slight collisions. When you get to professional ball, pretty much all the rules are thrown out the window. Guys can basically slide wherever they want. They say that they have to keep an arm's length distance to the bag, but guys go even further than that. And you can slide over the bag. So there's a lot of guys getting hit, a lot of infielders get taken out. And when you get to the big leagues, especially when it comes around the playoff time and games really mean something, guys will go in as hard as they can. And they're going in there not to hurt you, but to make sure they take you out, and they're going to do anything possible to make sure you don't turn that double play. So we have to learn how to protect ourselves so we don't hurt ourselves. So the first thing we want to talk about is getting out of the path of the base runner when turning a double play. We never want to be throwing the ball in this area or even around the bag. If anything, we're going to be behind the bag. But let's start at the shortstop position and kind of show ways that we can make sure we get out of the base runner's way. Here's Yuniesky Betancourt with the Milwaukee Brewers. And as you see, you get to the bag early. That's the most important thing. So we want to get to the bag early so that we can see the throw and make any adjustment we need to get out of there. Usually you'll get your right foot somewhere pretty close to the bag, right off this corner. And we're going to take our left foot to the ball. Most balls from the second base position, if we're going to flip it, the second baseman is going to flip it somewhere to the bag, to slightly outside the bag, to give you the chance to get out of there. So we get in good position. Here comes the flip. And we're going to take that left foot and go to the ball, but also getting us outside of the base path so we can get out of the way. From there, we're going to catch and we're going to drag our right foot. And this is what really clears the path for us and gets us out here. Now, at a lower level, this will be plenty of distance. In the college game, this is fine. But as you can see, in professional baseball, the base runner doesn't have to stay in the baseline. He can come way out here to get you. And this is playoff baseball right here, so he's really going in as hard as he can to break up this double play. Let's back up a little bit. So once again, near the bag, left foot to the ball, drag the right foot. This will put us in a really good position. Now, most times you'll be able to get this left foot right here to really get in a good position to throw, but the base runner's on him so hard and so quick that he's just got to throw it from out here. He's a great athlete, still gets out of the way, but you can see how close it is and how far he is away from the bag. Still, good job of clearing yourself. Now, as a second baseman, basically the same way, but you're either going to come across the bag this way, you're going to drop step this way, or you're going to use the bag as protection and throw it from out here. The important thing is to stay away from the front of the bag. That's what a lot of younger kids, usually guys that get the professional ball and aren't used to it the first year or so of doing so, especially for second basemen, they'll throw a lot of balls and they'll keep a foot here, or they'll throw and they'll let the momentum carry them themselves right here. That's dangerous. Always stay away from the front of the bag. You want to be behind the bag or to either side of the bag. One way to practice this in practice is just draw a little circle a few feet around the bag, and when you're turning double plays, anytime you're coming across the bag, make sure you get outside that circle. If you're drop stepping, make sure you get outside this way. And if you're going back here, just get behind the bag. But it's a good way, it's a good visual cue to just make sure that you're getting out of this path and you'll be safe. Because when it comes down to it, safety's our main priority. If we take one in the knee, it can be a year injury, it can be a career-threatening injury. So we have to be careful. So when we're turning a double play, the first thing we want to do is get out of the base path. The second thing we want to do is get up off our feet. Now, the reason we get up off our feet is if our feet are firmly planted in the ground and we get hit in the leg, well, there's a good chance we could injure a knee. So we get up off the ground, that way we're not planted, and if we do get hit in the leg, it's not going to hurt us. It might hurt a little bit, it might sting, but we won't have a career-ending injury or a big-time blown-out knee. So let's kind of show what we mean when we talk about getting up off our feet. Here comes the base runner. And here's Sean Rodriguez from the Rays. He just delivered the ball, and you can see right here, he's going to use his left foot that he just threw off of. And he's going to simply jump and get over the base runner. So you throw, take your left foot, push off your left foot, and just get up in the air. Now, it's not always going to happen like this. He had a lot of time, so he was easy, threw it, got up, jumped over him. On a real close play, we might not be able to jump over the base runner, but just getting up off our feet and getting taken out is going to save us from many possible injuries. And let's show an example of that real quick. Now here's Ryan Theriot turning a double play from second base. As you can see, he's going to stay behind the bag to protect himself. But in this example, it's a slow hit ground ball at a shortstop. He doesn't have a lot of time. The base runner's getting on him. He goes to deliver the ball and he realizes he doesn't have time to get the ball out of here. He's about to get taken out. So, you can see how he is about to jump. Now this is as close as it's going to come. This is a dangerous play. We didn't see the beginning, but it was a really slow hit ground ball. And he realizes he's got to get out of there or else he's going to be hurt. Now, if his leg never starts to get up off the ground and it's just planted in there like this and he doesn't jump and gets hit here, well, he could blow his knee out. But because he's in the process of getting up, he gets hit in the knee, but his foot is already a couple inches off the ground, and this is the one where it's going to hurt a little bit, but you save yourself from an injury, and this is part of your job. When you get older, it's a contact sport. It's not a non-contact sport anymore. You're going to get hit, but it's important to make sure you're safe. Start to get up off the ground. You get taken out, and you might lay there for a few minutes to catch your breath, but you'll live to play another day. So, two important things to remember: get out of the base path and get up off your feet. If you do those two things, you're going to be safe. And like I said before, safety is our first priority. It's going to keep us in the game. If we're hurt, we can't turn double plays anyways. So make sure you're safe. Use these few things to help you. Hope it helps, and we'll talk to you later.